folks, Jimmy here, aka Palette of the Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new Warhammer magazine update video. As per usual, if you like these videos though, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course, drop a comment down below. I love hearing back from you guys and it goes an absolute massive way to help the channel too. Now, as a nice, but in all honesty, earlier than I expected, bit of news, we will be getting our hands on a new Warhammer magazine in the not so distant future. So if you've watched this channel before, you will of course know that I do love my Warhammer Partworks magazines. So for instance, we have had 3 different magazines over the last few years. We have had the wonderful Warhammer 40k Conquest, which did so well that they decided to bring out Warhammer Age of Sigmar Mortal Realms, which is where I got started, which was with these magazines, having been a Warhammer fan for quite a while beforehand anyway. And currently we are part of the way through the Warhammer 40k Imperium magazine. Now, with all these magazines, of course, you got a collection of minis out of it and paints, and you also got to learn how to play if you were new, as well as a lot of tips and tricks of how to build your models and paint them as well. So of course in Conquest we got the Space Marines and we got Death Guard units, which were pretty cool. We also got loads of scenery out of it. In the Mortal Realms magazine we got the Stormcast Eternals and the Legions of the Nighthaunt as well, which were pretty damn cool and really good stuff. And currently during Imperium magazine we're getting Necrons, and we are getting them to go up against the Space Marines, who are reinforced by the Adeptus Mechanicus and will be reinforced by Adeptus Sororitas in the near future too. Now, we're only 1/4 of the way through that magazine run essentially there, but today it's been revealed there will be a 4th magazine. Now, the new magazine is going to take us back to the Mortal Realms, which I must admit, I kinda guessed anyway. I did not think it would be so soon though. I thought they would announce it much later on. Now, the new magazine will be called Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer. And this magazine will bring us rules from the 3rd edition, along with a whole new collection of plastic to collect. So this new collection is going to include contents mostly covered in the Dominion box set, plus much more. So I'll have a quick brief through and kind of look through the minis that you're going to be able to get in a little while. But first off, this is going to be a trial run to begin with, so the first 4 magazines will be available over the next 5 weeks in select locations in the UK. Unfortunately, it's not coming to the rest of the world yet. However, I imagine it will come to the US, European territories and many other places much later on. But we are going to get some really cool stuff out of it. So this trial actually starts tomorrow. Where you'll be able to get it, I do not know, but there will be some really cool stuff. So the magazine will run for 80 issues, the same as normal. Once the kind of full set starts going, it will be seen on a weekly basis from issue 2 onwards, and then we will get some really cool stuff. Now, we can go through what we're going to get in the first 4 issues as it has been revealed on their official website. So, the first 4 issues are going to include some units and some paint to start off the collection. So issue 1 will include the Stormcast Eternal Knight Arcanum, which is a pretty damn cool model. You will also get the Cruel Boys Orc Killer Boss and Stab Grot. So you're actually getting 3 minis out of it with that one. Pretty cool stuff, and enough to get you going, along with 6 D6s, and I'm guessing there'll be a range ruler in there as well as a small playmat, which will be pretty damn cool, and it is, as I say, more than enough to get you going. The models are the same ones that you would get in the Start Collecting magazine that you can buy in a lot of places, which is around about 10 quid. However, you're going to be able to pick this up for $2.99. So definitely a bargain, definitely worth getting, and yeah, it's going to get you going, which is pretty damn cool. Issue 2 will be including 10, that's right, 10 Cruel Boys Gut Rippers. So this is enough to get you a really chunky little army of your Aurochs started pretty much straight away, and it's pretty damn cool. Issue 3 gives us 5 of the Stormcast Vindicators, when I can learn to speak, and that is enough to get you going with the Stormcast Eternals as well, so it evens that battle out quite well with those. Issue 4 is your first paint issue. Now, with this issue, we will get the first brush, which generally is a bit rubbish in all honesty, but we'll also get a pot of Lead Belcher, then Retribute Armour, Cantor Blue, and Auroch Flesh. So 4 paints and a brush. Issue 2 is going to be $5.99. Issues 3 and 4 and onwards will be $8.99 per issue, so the same price as the Imperium magazine. So it's not bank breaking, and it is a nice affordable way to get you into Warhammer if you've never been into it. If you are into Warhammer, this is a nice way and a cheaper way to build up your armies if these are the armies that you like. Now, there's going to be a load of cool bits. Of course, as well, with the magazine, there is going to be the option to pay an extra £2 per issue if you subscribe and you want to become a premium subscriber. Now, we already know what's going to come in these, well, partially what is going to come in with these 4 premium subscription issues as well. So, premium issue 1 will include Indrasta, the Celestial Spear from the Stormcast Eternals range, which is a fantastic model and probably my favourite Stormcast model as well going. It's an absolutely brilliant model, really fantastic sculpt, and yeah, definitely a really cool one. Issue 2 comes with the Cruel Boys Killer Boss on Great Gnash Tooth mini. A pretty cool one as well, and I must admit, from my Dominion box, I still haven't painted that guy. So, pretty cool unit. Issue 3 comes with a Cadron Overlord's Grunstock Gun Hauler, which is a flying metal ship, essentially. Pretty damn cool, looks pretty good, and is a pretty unique one as well. Issue 4 from the premium range, though, includes a Dankhold Troggoth, which is a fantastic mini. I must admit, there's some brilliant paint schemes that have been out there for a long time. Some people do some fantastic paint jobs on these guys, and they look fantastic from them. Yeah, some of the models and the way these are painted are great. Now, this doesn't sound like a lot of stuff that you're getting for your money. In fact, $2.99 per issue over 80 issues is quite a chunk of change. However, the official website does actually state that you'll get these units and more. So there will be a chance that you are going to get more bits and pieces to go with each of these kits. So do not worry about it. I'm sure we'll find out much later on what's going on, because the first premium issue doesn't go out until issue 15. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's going to be the be all and end all, and I expect that something will be slightly different. Now, let's talk minis. The minis in range, we're going to get a lot of really cool stuff. So from the image, we can see that there are some pretty damn good bits and pieces. So we're going to get Stormcast Eternals, of course, which will get their new Sigmar armour, which is pretty damn cool, but they are reinforced armies. So we're not just getting Stormcast Eternals, we're going to get some other bits and pieces as well. We will be getting some Cadron Overlords and some Sylvaneth to go with the Forces of Order. And on the Forces of Destruction side of things, we're going to see there is a Gargant in the mix. There are some of the good old Iron Jaws range, and I can see some squigs in this picture as well, which is pretty damn cool. Now, looking a bit further into the picture though, we can see some really cool bits. So we are going to get Storm Drake Guard, which are fantastic units, and I must admit I really want these guys, and I've been toying with the idea to buy them for a while, and this magazine seems like a steal because these guys are like 60 quid, and we're going to get them with a magazine that's only 9 quid, which is really good. That's brilliant value for money. I must admit, I think the breakdown of value for money for this is going to be really damn good, so definitely worth getting. We're also going to get Bastion Carthalos, the Lord Commander, which is a brilliant model as well. I must admit, I've got it and I haven't finished it, but I really this is going to spur me on to kind of get this guy finished, ready for when we're going to get this new one, and I must admit I'm looking forward to it. We also get a Stormstrike Chariot as well, which is another pretty big model, which is pretty damn cool. And of course with this, you can kind of spot him, and he's kind of like slightly hidden. Garda's Steel Soul, which I must admit is a model that I always kind of fancied getting, and just thought, nah, I won't bother for the time being. And I'm looking forward to this magazine now because you're going to get him with it. But of course that's not it. We're getting a Sylvaneth Tree Lord in this, as well as some good old Sylvaneth minis as well, which will be pretty cool. We'll also be getting some Cadron minis. We'll be getting a Swamp Boss Scumdrek, which is a big kit. We'll be getting Hobgrots. We'll be getting a Marsh Crawler Slogoth and a whole host more, and loads of paints. We'll also be getting the Nexus Siphon and the new Dawnbringer Crusade good old scenery kits. Loads of really good stuff. I must admit, I'm blown away. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic range. Really cool stuff. Can't wait to see when it's going to come out. It's going to be slightly expensive towards the end of Imperium magazine, but I must admit I'm willing to break the bank on it, in all honesty, just to get all these kits and get these models. So really good stuff. Can't wait to see it. Brilliant stuff. Right, what do you guys think? Are you going to be getting range? Will you be adding to your current armies? Or for instance, if you collected Mortal Realms, are you going to start a new Storm Chamber with these guys? Let me know in the comments down below, and of course hit the subscribe button to keep up to date along with good old Warhammer Stormbringer. As and when we get more news about it, we'll give you breakdowns of the magazine. I will give you kind of sneak peeks of what's to come from the future, and a load more information as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you sometime soon. Bye bye now.